Hello there, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week starting with Valentine's Day and ending with February the 20th. We are going to be pulling cards for each day and see what kind of energies show up as themes for the day. Um, I am hoping to have a sweet card show up on Valentine's Day. So far, we've had one card that was almost sweet for one of the signs for Valentine's Day. So let's see, Libras, are you guys going to get a sweet card for Valentine's Day? Let's see what shows up. Sometimes I think Sacred Spirit is just laughing at me as I'm doing these readings. Yep, because he knows what I would like to see. Do, 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 do. This is the thing. These cards are pretty accurate. They reflect life, and excuse me, sometimes life is not flowers in a box of chocolates, I guess. I wish Valentine's Day was more of that, though, at least this year. Okay, Libras, what do you have? What do you have? Well, it's probably not a box of chocolates. You've got the Tower card showing up here for Valentine's Day, and the Tower card is a big shakeup or a big surprise. So actually, it may not be bad. This could be somebody actually surprising you with where they take you out for a meal or something like that. In fact, I want to clarify, what is the big shakeup or the big surprise here with this Tower card? Let's take a peek, because this is something happening suddenly and unexpectedly, and it's not always bad. We just generally don't like change, so most of the time we do see it as bad. But I want to see, what is this? Can we have like a really great shakeup on Valentine's Day? Could that be a possibility? Why not, right? Let's see what this has to do with. Hmm. Okay. Well, this has to do with some kind of message that's coming in, because our last card that I pulled out of my Lenormand deck is the Rider. So that's going to be about messages. And then the first card that I pulled is the Ring. So this is a commitment. And with the mountains, this could be a commitment about something that's supposed to happen in the mountains, or it can be about something that is going on that can be an obstacle, because mountains can be obstacles. So this can be an obstacle that comes up to some kind of commitment. So it could be that you get some kind of message. Maybe there was something that you had agreed with somebody to actually do on Valentine's Day. And instead, what happens is you get a message about some kind of obstacle or delay on that commitment. So you could be getting a message from somebody saying, well, I can't do this at the time that we had originally set. Can we do it at this other time? Or it could even be, I'm really sorry, but we have to reschedule this and do this on another day because something has come up. Or this could also be a commitment about something that is online or with somebody who is far away, and that you're getting some kind of message about that. So there's a few ways that that could play out. But I'm going to say, I think with that Tower, you're definitely getting some kind of message, and the message could be about a delay or a reschedule of something that you had been committed to with somebody else for Valentine's Day. So not terrible. At least there's something going on, even if it has to be rescheduled or if it has to happen a little bit later the same day. So that's good. That's better than it looked at first. We like that. Next up, we're looking at Sunday. Here we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about some kind of new inspiration, the kind of idea that you have that just feels really really exciting, something that you can really get behind with enthusiasm. Now, it is an ace, so it's just the very, very beginning. You may not be taking any action steps on it yet, or maybe you are, because things can happen very fast with wands. But definitely, you're at the very least getting a new inspired idea about something that you want to do or change moving forward, and it has you all fired up. Fired up. All right, let's look at Monday. Monday, we have the King of Pentacles showing up in reverse. I am hearing that this is somebody in your sphere of influence. They may be asking if they can borrow some money from you, or if they can have some money from you. They're feeling a little bit low on resources and they're asking you for some help. So you get to decide what you're going to do with that, but I do see them coming in and asking for some help. Now, or at the very least hinting for some help. The card on Tuesday that you have showing up is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups can be our pity party card. This is our card where something has happened that's disappointed us, and we're having a hard time letting go of that and moving forward with the things that are positive in our life. So, obviously, best advice for this, if you catch yourself having a pity party, even though it feels totally justified in the moment, you want to be looking around for the idea that, yes, this was disappointing, but there are other opportunities in front of me. Let me look for those and start acting on those. That'll help you come out of that pity party much faster. Just taking action makes us feel more empowered, so that's always helpful. And then let's look at Wednesday. Six of Cups coming up in reverse. You could be interacting with some children who are not very well behaved and who are not very pleasant to be around. That could be what's happening with the Six of Cups in reverse. The other thing that could be happening is that you just may be having some memories from the past. And these are the kind of memories that when you have them, you just think, whew, I'm so glad that's over. I'm so glad I'm not living in those times anymore. You know, those types of memories. And sometimes, if we're having these types of memories, maybe we're having these because somebody from that time in our past has come back, and that's what is triggering us to think about those things. So that could be as well. If there's somebody coming from the past, from that time, I think you may not be. You may be choosing not to spend too much time with that person. Now, looking at Thursday, who is this? This is Libra. I'm telling you, Libras, I think this is not my favorite week for you. It seems like we've got just energy to work through all week long so far. Looking at Thursday, we have the Six of Wands in reverse, which talks about this idea that you're doing things that not only benefit yourself, but also benefit other people as well. And with that Six of Wands in reverse, the other people aren't really appreciating that, aren't really noticing the energy and the effort that you're putting in, or they just don't, they're just taking it for granted. This is lack of appreciation when we have that Six of Wands in reverse. And then on Friday, you have another six. Six of Swords coming up in reverse. This says that you're making some kind of lifestyle change that will either improve your quality of life right now or your longevity. And when I say lifestyle change, I don't mean you're changing something for 2 days. This is going to be something that is a change moving forward throughout your life. Okay? So that is what we have, Libras. I'm going to tell you, it is only a little window in time. And also, we're just seeing little snapshots from each day. So I would not expect that your whole days are just going to be obstacle after obstacle after obstacle every single day. But, you know, life does have its obstacles. Even in the best of circumstances, life has its little obstacles. And you're perfectly capable of handling them and handling them well with that logical mind of yours. So you guys will have a good week. Thank you very much for being here. If you would like a personal reading where I look at specifically your energy instead of just all the Libras watching the video, you can find out how to do that at my website, amista.info. Also, I do private mentoring. So if you're wanting to learn how to tap into your own psychic abilities, I'm always happy to help with that in a mentoring session. And you can even get a package of those if you want to get them at a discounted rate. And of course, every once in a while I teach the tarot or I teach Reiki classes. And to find out when those classes are coming up, you want to be signed up to my newsletter, also on my website. And so I just look forward to any and all contact that I have with you guys this week. Everyone have a fantastic one. Peace out.